Okay, I am here and I am so thankful.
Okay, I am here
I am so
and
thankful
I
for
am so
being able.
thankful. Okay,
I kept myself backstage. Didn't mean to. And as I was saying, I'm using StreamYard today because for some reason my restream is not doing like it should. It won't even let me um, bring it in and be able to uh, broadcast from it. But we're talking about enjoying the holidays and moving on in a positive way. Okay, enjoying the holidays. And so we're going to talk about that. And I have been working with this so till I haven't been able to pull my information up like I want to. Enjoying the holidays and moving on. Okay, how to find joy and belonging during the holidays. How to find joy and belonging during the holidays. And I'm not going to turn the camera on today. And I am in, let me see, this is Microsoft Bing. And how to find joy and belonging during the holidays. And I know I talked about the holidays on Tuesday, but this is a crucial time of the year, and our emotional, mental, and physical health is very important to us, and the holidays take tolls on our health all the way around. And so we need to know how to get through the holidays, enjoy the holidays while getting through them, because there's so many memories, so much sentiment uh, going around, sentimental feelings and memories and all of that about loved ones who are not here presently alive with us. And then there are some who are alive, but they're distant from us. And there's so much can happen before and during the holidays. So we want to be able to cope with whatever comes and whatever goes during the holidays, because it's very important. The holidays are really special to us, and they are to be times of joy, giving, oh, just so much happiness. And we know that it's not that for everybody. So we want to help as many people as we can to get through the holidays, okay? Thank you so much for being with me. How to find joy and belonging during the holidays. Number one, and this is Microsoft Bing. Make time for the small things. The holidays don't have to be defined by big events. Sometimes it's the small things that can make your days feel more meaningful. And that is so true. Sometimes it is the small things that can make your days feel so much more meaningful. And the holidays can feel, let me see, reach out if you can. Okay, let me decrease this font. I'm running all into the sides. Okay, thank you for being here. I'm so appreciative to you. And I want to help all of us because we all need help sometime or another. Number two, reach out when you can. The holidays can feel isolating, especially if your usual support systems are not nearby or available. I know many of us have felt that at one time or another, and even sometimes not even during the holiday. It could be uh, special occasions or an event or something like that. So it's so understandable. Number three, make your space comfortable. Make your space comfortable. Number four, let yourself feel how you feel. We talk about this quite often, don't we? Let yourself feel how you feel. Let yourself feel how you feel. And that's acknowledge your feelings, own up to your feelings, and allow yourself to feel the way you feel in a as healthier scheme of things as you possibly can. Now, we know if it gets unbearable, then you should seek help. Call someone and let them know that you're having a hard time, and someone will come to your rescue. You know who you can depend on, so don't fail to ask for help during the holidays. It's such a wonderful, wonderful thing. So, enjoying the holidays and moving on in positive motivation. It's all about positivity. We have to do it. We have to force ourselves so many times to do this. But if you do it, if you do it, you'll be glad you did. Okay, you'll be glad you did. And here's an article. Here, I want to go to it. 7 steps to enjoy the holidays, and I won't be surprised if it repeats some of the things we just said and some we said on Tuesday. And that's what I like about all of these. They come together and agree with each other and confirm what I am talking about and the research that I have done in order to help us. All right? 7 steps, and this is Psychology Today. 7 steps to enjoy the holidays. And this was a piece that was in November by Bill Noss in November of 2014. And we know that they can be dated back so far and they're still good for today, okay? So 7 steps to enjoy the holidays. Make good holiday memories for you and others. November 4th, 2014. Thanksgiving to the new year is not a normal time of year. And we know that, don't we? Thanksgiving to the new year is not a normal time of year. Your routine changes. Change is normally stressful. You also have more to do than at other times of the year. That can be stressful. Oh, yes, it can. Thank you so much for joining me. As extra tasks mount, you can come to a breaking point. Rather than feel happy, you feel stressed and perhaps overwhelmed. That doesn't have to be. It just doesn't have to be. Having more to do does not mean that you have to feel overloaded and overwhelmed. Oh, this is good, isn't it? This is so good. So here are 7 tips for making your holiday season a joyful time of the year. 7 tips from Psychology Today for making your holiday season a joyful time of the year. All right, number 1, make change part of your holiday plan. Make change part of your holiday plan. When you make changes in your usual routine, at first you may feel uncomfortable. This is a normal discomfort. How you handle this discomfort of change makes a difference. So look at your regular schedule. Plan where you'll make adjustments. If you watch a TV series that you can record it. Use that time to get the extra holiday things done instead of putting things off until tomorrow because you can yourself. Okay, instead of putting things off until tomorrow because you con yourself into thinking that tomorrow is a better day. Make tomorrow a better day by what you do today. So when you look at the things you do in life that you can cut out without missing, you may feel surprised to find that you have a lot of spare time for other purposes. Number 2, maintain healthy routines. When you make changes in your routine, You may drop some of the healthy things that you do. You're you normally make a point to sleep at regular times. You exercise daily. You eat healthfully. So as the shades of holiday stress descend and you have many other things to do, you may drop these healthy routines. You don't have time for the health club. You grab fast food on the run. You change your sleep patterns. By maintaining the healthy parts of your life, you buffer yourself against stress. Okay, you hear that? By maintaining the healthy parts of your life, you buffer yourself against stress. All right? You'll also get more done when you experience less stress. Number three, keep perspective. Number two, I want to do that title again. Maintain healthy routines, because if you stop the healthy routines, that can, because you've interfered with that routine and the healthy eating and the exercise and all that, that can cause stress, as they said. Okay, just want to reiterate that. Number three, keep perspective. I know it is easy to feel swamped by details where everything feels important. A big joy killer is sweating the small stuff. You worry about all that you need to do over the holidays. You can try a different way. The phrase, know your priorities, reminds you to do what is most important first. Make a note about keeping two priorities and put it where you can see it. Decide on the 10 most important things you need to do between now and the new year. Those are your priorities. The extra time you spend doing what's most important saves time and reduces stress. It certainly does. Hello, thank you for being here with me. I am live. I'm just not using the camera today. Okay. And let's get on with number four. Decide what you value most. We are talking about enjoying the holidays and moving on in positive motivation. Decide what you value most. Holidays are time for family, friends, and acquaintances gather. Who cares that your home is neat as a pin? Who cares if you have a giant TV screen for watching sports events? The people you love and who care for you are likely to appreciate you for who you are, not for what you have. 30 years from now, your important memories are likely to be about the people and not the salad dressing. Oh, and it made me think about that movie, Who Made the Potato Salad? I think that's the name of that movie. Okay, number five, avoid the crowd. What did it say? Avoid the crowd. Okay? We are like herd animals, HERD. Most people and organizations follow the routines which are governed by the calendar and clock. You can predict the patterns of crowds. Popular restaurants are crowded around the same time each day. Black Friday is a big day for sales and shopping. We'll have a huge we'll have huge crowds jamming into the tight spaces. To save time and avoid stress, break from the crowd. With advantage planning, you can change routines to make life easier for you. If you do that advanced planning, you can change your routine to make life easier for you. And this is what it's about, making life easier for you, having a stress-free holiday and enjoying the holidays and moving on after the holidays in positive motivation. It all works together. For example, driving around shopping Mall parking lots looking to force space can be frustrating. You can become short tempered. This can spill over to your primary relationships. Is it possible to avoid this frustration? 6. Manage your expectations. Managing your expectations is useful to do at any time of the year. We're in psychology today. We are talking about enjoying the holidays and moving on in positive motivation. Enjoy the holidays and then let it spill on over to the rest of your life, okay? Managing your expectations is useful to do at any time of the year. For example, expect that others will act as you think they should and you'll feel disappointed. Here's a different view. You're living in an imperfect world. Imperfect people live in this world. Like others, you have room for yourself improvement. Imperfect people. And I don't buy that this is an imperfect world because God made this world, but it's just us in the world who are flawed. So we are imperfect, okay? Because this world takes care of us if we treat it with respect and do the things that we're supposed to do in this world. So I don't believe that the world is imperfect, but I know that people in the world are imperfect. So that's my thing, and I'll always stand on it. Like others, you have room for self-improvement. Accept imperfection in yourself and in others. Then you are on a path of psychological clarity and of opportunities to experience peace of mind. You'll also get along better with people if they view you as not judging them. Instead, you judge what they do. And there's plenty of that. 7. Avoid blame games. We live in a blame culture where blame, like the air, is everywhere. Part of blame is holding others accountable. For example, your neighbor's child breaks your picture window. Your neighbor and you agree that the neighbor is accountable for the broken window and the neighbor pays for a new window. However, as most know, blame often goes well beyond holding others accountable. Making federal cases and shaming others over minor matters is a blame game example. Making a lot over a little can spark a dynamite feud. Why do you do this? Why do we do this? That's this human nature, the blame game. That's what they're talking about here. Whatever the cause, blame is an automatic habit for far too many people. Sadly, you may see an increase in blame games because of holiday stress. When you see others tangled in blame games, if you can avoid taking their blame problem personally, you'll have a happier holiday. Oh, yes, you can. My goodness. Stress as a status symbol. Oh, let's go into this. What happens when you meet yourself where you are? Oh, that's a good one too. I think we'll be right there. But we're going to finish this first. Sometimes what you omit doing is as important as what you do. Omit unreasonable expectations. Omit blame. Omit feeling overwhelmed. Can you think of other things to omit? Can you think of positive substitutions for these omissions? If you think the 7 steps are useful to take and then procrastinate on taking them, Control click on 7 steps to combat holiday procrastination. My goodness, this is so good. And this is Psychology Today, right here on the World Wide Web on Point of View with Miss Shirley Polk. And this is by Dr. Bill Noss, Knaus. What are we talking about? Enjoying the holidays and moving on in positive motivation. I want everybody to be happy. I can't make you be happy, but I can give information that can help you be happy if you choose to be happy. I know there's so many overwhelming things that come up. There's so many memories that come up during the holidays. I know that. I experience them too. But I do what I can. I depend on God to help me to remember that the people, the loved ones who are not here physically, I mean, like walking and talking with me, I miss them so much. And I would love for them to be here, but I know that God had another plan in my life and during their lives and even in their death for them. So I have to make the best of it, and I do everything I can to make the best of it, and I leave the rest up to God. I tell you this over and over again. I cannot do anything without the grace and the mercies and the compassion and the love of God. None of us can, whether we admit it or not. So stress as a status symbol, unveiling the societal implications. Society places a lot of load on us, mentally, emotionally, physically, and especially during the holidays. So let's see what this is telling us, okay? Stress as, and this is by Finn Janney, PhD, Stress as a Status Symbol, Unveiling the Societal Implication, Why Modern Stress Narratives Miss the Mark, and How to Reframe the Conversation. And this was reviewed by Michelle Quirk. And this was posted, oh my goodness, is it today the 5th of December, 2024? This is posted today. Oh, thank God. This is right on time. The key points here. Stress, once linked to survival, is now a symbol of success. The other point, our focus on individual stories neglects systemic factors contributing to stress, such as economic inequality. Next, rather than glorifying individual resilience, we should support balance, empathy, and shared well-being. Oh my goodness, this is so good. Psychology Today. This is by Finn Janney, PhD, Philosophies in Psychology, and he's talking about stress. And this is just published today, Stress as a Status Symbol, Unveiling the Societal Implications, Why Modern Stress Narratives Miss the Mark, and How to Reframe the Conversation. Let's get on with it. I am so happy. You see what I was telling you? I'm telling you, it's always proven. Thank God. I know that this program is sanctioned by God. It's sad that time is cynical, repeating patterns like the annual arrival of summer, though each summer is different. When I read about a young politician who succumbed to stress, this cynical principle came to mind, and this is the author, this is Finn, okay? The cynical nature of time, he's talking to us through me, okay? The cynical nature of time, with its recurring patterns, can be seen in the way stress has been a societal issue for nearly 2 decades, with cases similar to the young politicians emerging 10 to 15 years ago. I'm telling you, stress is something. That's why we're doing this, so that we will not succumb to stress anytime, but especially during the holidays, okay? Because it can carry over. Historically, stress was primarily associated with society's most vulnerable groups, those with low incomes, the unemployed, the less educated, and the ill. However, according to media portrayals today, stress has shifted more privileged groups. The vulnerable are still stressed, but for different reasons. They struggle for survival, while many privileged individuals experience stress and anxiety due to competition for status, power, and prestige. Oh, don't we know about it? This is going on constantly, 24/7, constantly. This explosion of stress among the privileged coincides with the proliferation of self-help and anti-self-help books, both of which primarily target the more affluent. This has led to a new phenomenon. Stress survivors are now celebrated as modern heroes. Surviving stress has become a marker of resilience and triumph, giving rise to a divided society. One group writes about and teaches each other how to overcome stress, occasionally acknowledging the struggles of the less privileged, but rarely engaging with them meaningfully. A retrospective look at the past 2 decades of debate raises an important question. What came first? The diagnosis of stress or the lucrative business model built around it? I want to do that again. A retrospective look at the past 2 decades of debate raises an important question. What came first? The diagnosis of stress or the lucrative business model built around it? My goodness. Now we go to this topic. Here's the evolution of stress narratives. The evolution of stress narratives. All right. Stress, once linked to survival, is now a symbol of success. It's amazing, isn't it? It signifies being busy, indispensable, and important. Media narratives often glorify individuals who overcome stress through sheer willpower, reinforcing that stress and its subsequent recovery defines personal wealth. However, the focus on individual stories neglects systemic factors contributing to stress, such as economic inequality, workplace culture, and societal pressure. It also celebrates an archetype of resilience that centers on ego. The person who struggles but emerges victorious, often earning praise and recognition for their journey. So true. The question is about why stress persists and what our stress narratives say about society. To explore this, we can turn to Aristotle's ethical framework and his Iris Murdoch's concept of unselfing. And I believe we've done some work, we've read some of her work. Iris Murdoch sounds so familiar. So to explore this, We can turn to Aristotle's ethical framework and Iris Murdoch's concept of unselfing. Now we go into Aristotle's ethical framework and stress. This is very important. If we're going to overcome stress or, let me see, avoid stress for the holidays as well as the rest of our lives, we have to know about it. We have to dig into it, find out what it is, where it comes from, the whole works, and we have to understand it to be able to overcome and conquer it and avoid it, okay? Whichever the case. Aristotle's philosophy categorizes human behavior into four states of character. Number one, excellence of character. A person wants to act appropriately and does so effortlessly without inner conflict. This is excellence of character. A person wants to act appropriately and does so effortlessly without inner conflict. Number two, strength of will. A person desires to act inappropriately but disciplines themselves to act appropriately. Oh my goodness. Number three, weakness of will. A person desires to act inappropriately, attempts to act appropriately, but fails. That's weakness of will. Number four, badness of character. A person desires to act inappropriately, sees it as a good idea, and acts without hesitation. Oh my goodness. And this is Aristotle's, let me get back to this because I want to say it right. This is the evolution of stress narratives. My goodness. And this was by Aristotle. This is what he thinks. Aristotle's ethical framework and stress. All right, let's go. That was four of those. Let's go back. Continue. Contemporary stress narratives glorify the second state, strength of will. Stories often highlight individuals who endure years of burnout or personal struggle before turning their lives around. This archetype aligns. Let me get this word. I want to get it and make sure I'm doing it right. Okay. According to Webster, it is archetype. I said it first, right the first time. All right. This archetype, that's ARCHETYPE, aligns with our cultural obsession with resilience and self-improvement. However, Aristotle would argue that true ethical excellence lies in the first state, acting virtuously with ease, driven by intrinsic motivation rather than struggle or external validation. Now, this perspective challenges the prevailing narrative and invites us to celebrate those who consistently act in alignment with their values, not just those who triumph after adversity. Okay, the ones who are consistently making it, dealing, not just the ones who say they went through this and they very well could have. I'm not saying they didn't. And then they come out and I evolved. I got victory over this, and I am so glad that everybody gets victory over this. But what this is saying to us is what Aristotle was saying. He said, however, Aristotle would argue that the true ethical excellence lies in the first state, acting virtuously with ease, driven by intrinsic motivation rather than struggle or external validation. This perspective challenges the prevailing narrative and invites us to celebrate those who consistently act in alignment with their values, not just those who triumph after adversity. Oh my, yes. Now, Iris Murdoch and the ego's role in stress. Iris Murdoch and the ego's role in stress. And we talked about ego some time ago. Yes, philosopher Iris Murdoch adds depth to the discussion by exploring the centrality of the ego in human experience. For Murdoch, the ego often distorts our perception of reality, trapping us in self-centered narratives. Her concept of unselfing is the antidote. It involves transcending, let me say it right now, okay? The ego to authentically connect with the world and others. Unselfing is the process of stepping outside of our self-centered narratives, engaging with the world as it is without the distortions of the ego. I like that. I like it. I like it. Now, Murdoch's idea resonates deeply with modern stress dynamics. Stress often revolves around the ego, achieving, proving, and competing. When caught in these cycles, our focus narrows to ourselves, making it difficult to see reality clearly. Ego, it can get in the way and it messes many people up, doesn't it? For example, consider the modern archetype of the stressed leader, someone who sacrifices well-being to achieve success, then shares their recovery story in a best-selling book. While their journey may inspire, it often reinforces the ego-driven cycle of proving and achieving. Unselfing, in contrast, invites us to step aside our self-centered narratives and engage with the world as it is. It aligns with Aristotle's concept of excellence of character, requiring presence, attentiveness, and the ability to act appropriately without seeking recognition. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Isn't that nice? Thank you so much for being with me. We're talking about enjoying the holidays and moving on in positive motivation. And we can do that, but we have to learn to not let the stress overwhelm us and get us all messed up. So rethinking stress narratives. Rethinking stress narratives. If we shift our focus from individual heroics to systemic solutions, we can begin to address stress more effectively. This involves creating environments where balance and well-being are the norm rather than the exception. Systemic solutions might include the following: workplace policies that prioritize mental health, such as flexible schedules and realistic work loads. Our next point, education that teaches mindfulness and emotional regulation from an early age. Education that teaches mindfulness and emotional regulation from an early age. Next point, Leadership training that emphasizes empathy, attentiveness, and collective well-being. So instead of celebrating stress survivors, we could celebrate leaders and communities that foster environments where stress is minimized and flourishing is possible. This shift in focus is not just a suggestion, but an inspiration of all for all of us. It's not just a focus. It's not, it's a focus, excuse me. This shift in focus is not just a suggestion, but an inspiration for all of us to strive for better conditions. It requires moving beyond ego-driven metrics like productivity and focusing on what Aristotle called eudaimonia, eudaimonia, okay? Eudaimonia, all right. A flourishing life that balances individual and collective well-being. I've never seen that word before. My gosh. Positive psychology. Oh, yes. I like that. Now, a new path forward. Here we go. Did I say moving on in positive motivation? Stress remains a widespread phenomenon, but the narratives surrounding it need to change. Rather than glorifying individual resilience, we should create systems supporting balance, empathy, and shared well-being. To paraphrase Aristotle, all chosen actions are intended, but not all intended actions are chosen. Let us choose actions that cultivate environments where stress is not a status. Okay, I ended a sentence and I wasn't supposed to. Let us choose actions that cultivate environments where stress is not a status symbol, but a condition that can be understood, managed, and minimized for all good. That is so good. Now, the author, Finn Jennings, PhD, is a writer, a philosopher, and a teacher. And you can find him online at Finn, Finn, Jennings, JANNING.com. That's FINNJANNING.com. Finn Jennings. This is so good, isn't it? I am so glad that this is what the Lord gave me to present today here, because we need to be able to enjoy the holidays. And it is on stress, anxiety, and procrastination, and how to enjoy the holidays. There are 10 steps here. So let me go here. I did the 7 steps. Okay, here's some from the Mayo Clinic. And you know, the Mayo Clinic is good. Psychology Today is good. Every site that I have been blessed to explore, search out, find, and use the information has been awesome. And I am so glad, because I just love helping people. And when I help people, I'm helping myself. I'm right in the game with everybody else. Okay? Tips to fend off holiday stress. This is a Mayo Clinic. And this was December the 3rd in 2021. So we'll do this. We have 12 minutes left. Okay. 9 tips to fend off holiday stress. You get my font just right here. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm praying and trusting that you are having a wonderful day. And if anything is going on that is not good to you and for you, we rebuke that now in the name of Jesus. I rebuke the trouble. I rebuke the stress. I rebuke it all in the name of Jesus. And if you believe with me and you agree with me, say, yes, I agree. And just say, thank you, God, because He has taken care of it, because I asked it in Jesus' name, okay? I asked it in Jesus' name. 9 tips to fend off holiday stress. I'm trying to find the author. This is Mayo Clinic, and sometimes it just says Mayo Clinic staff. The holidays are a time for family and cheer, but making sure the house is clean, the food is ready, and the presents are wrapped and ready to be opened can be overwhelming. It's overwhelming, but it has been fun. Once we see that it's all said and done, doesn't it make you happy? But getting there is where the trouble is, okay? These factors can bring uh, unwanted depression and a time meant for happiness. Oh, yes, it can bring that to us, and we certainly don't want that. So we're learning to deal with it. We're learning to enjoy the holidays, moving on in positive motivation. Okay? There are times for family and cheer, and then for making sure that the house is clean. I know I'm repeating this. The food is ready and the presents are wrapped and ready to be opened can be overwhelming. These factors can bring unwanted stress and depression in a time meant for happiness. Some important practical tips can help minimize the stress that accompanies the holidays. These tips may even help you enjoy the holidays more than expected. So, through the endless parties, cooking, shopping, and cleaning, try taking one of 9 steps to ensure you have a stress free holiday. It said try taking one of 9 steps, okay? Do as many as you can, but make sure you do at least one, okay? Number 1 is plan ahead. Between coworkers, friends, and family, it's inevitable that some commitments will end up on the same day. Make sure to plan on what you can attend in person or virtually, okay? If you're hosting the holidays, create a menu to help you stay organized and make grocery shopping easier. Number 2, say no. Don't we run across this quite often? Don't be afraid to say no. Don't be hesitant about saying no. Sometimes you just need to say no for your own sanity, okay? Say no. Number 2, with holiday commitments, it's okay to say no to a few or all of them. It also will help relieve some stress. Try sharing your to-do list with other family members. Number 3, plan spending. This is something that you need to do. Plan spending. I plan my spending. Okay? The holidays mean spending money. Make a budget and stick to it. Spending money on your loved ones is important, but it's also important to pay your energy bill. Don't buy gifts that you'll be paying off for the rest of the year. So much sense doesn't it make so much sense? Number 4, create relaxing surroundings. Turn on some music, light some candles, or open the windows on a sunny day. Research has found that listening to music and the scent of citrus can boost feelings of well-being. And vitamin D is always a happiness booster. Number 5, maintain healthy habits. We're talking about enjoying the holidays and moving on in positive motivation. Maintain healthy habits is number 5. The holidays are notorious for ruining healthy habits. A short workout each morning will help your decision making throughout the day. Encourage your family to try snowshoeing or sledding to get in extra exercise. As if you have somewhere to do that, okay? Here in Texas is not very likely, okay? Unless we do it on the grass or they have some building or something with snow, man-made snow, okay? Very rarely would we get an opportunity here in Texas in this area. In this area, eat healthy snacks like fresh fruit or vegetables throughout the season, and to fill up before a dinner party or celebration with tempting but unhealthy foods. Oh my goodness. Eat healthy snacks like fresh fruit or vegetables throughout the season, and to fill up before a dinner party or celebration with tempting but unhealthy foods. Okay? Number 6, share feelings. And usually when we get there, we see this unhealthy food. We have to taste some of it anyway, don't we? But we must do all things in moderation. I love you so much. Thank you for being here with me. Number 6, share feelings. Spending a holiday after a loss in the family can be difficult. And I know we're so used to saying loss because, yes, we feel when a person has gone on into eternity. Many times throughout our lives, we've said loss, but we know that they're in eternity, but it is a deep void in our lives. So I'm not going to keep talking like that. I'm just going to go on. But I don't say I'm sorry for your loss. If I say it, it's a mistake, okay? Because I don't do that anymore, because we know that they are in eternity. We know that they are gone somewhere, and we haven't lost them because they still live in us and share our DNA. If they are blood related, and then if they're not blood related, we have those memories, okay? So God willing, we don't lose those memories. And when the DNA there, that part of that person forever lives in our family, okay? Just because we go off the scene doesn't mean that DNA does not carry on, okay? Spending a holiday after a loss in the family can be difficult. Accept your feelings and open up about them to others. It may make you feel better to share. Try to switch up old traditions to ease the loss. Number 7, respect differences. Family members will have different viewpoints than your own. Try your best to forgive and forget this holiday season. Focus on your similarities and replace tension with something productive. Like we talked about the boundaries on Tuesday. You have to have those boundaries, okay? Number 8, be realistic. You are only one person and you can only do so much. Be realistic with how much you can handle this season. Forget about perfection and relax and enjoy the company surrounding you. Number 9, take a break. Don't forget about your own needs. Take a nap, go for a short walk, read a book, or watch a funny movie. Laughing relaxes the whole body and can relieve physical tension and stress. Holidays are meant to be fun, enjoyable time with the friends and family. These tips can help ensure you truly enjoy your holidays when stress starts to set in. And Peter Reisner, MD, is a family medicine physician in Chetek, Wisconsin. Chetek, Wisconsin. That's Chetek. First time I've heard about that. Okay, our time is really going well for us today. Thank you so much for being here with me. And like I said, I love you so much. And for those who have not, uh, I will upload this to YouTube because here I'm only allowed in the plan that I have one uh, place to stream it on besides this. I love you so much. I will upload to YouTube and LinkedIn. God willing, we'll see you tomorrow on the Mother's Board Inc. Thank you so much. And please let me hear from you.